at Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, our goal is that every one of us becoming Buddha CEOs. By the time we finish our 40 days, at least understand and imbibe those values slowly but surely. So every day you will see newer values. We organize them into personal values, core mottos, and business values. Of course, all of this is beautifully written up on the website. While many business leaders, many things are natural for them. Many of what we envisage are natural for them. Some may not be known, like thoughts create reality. May not be known. Competition is for more for excellence. You compete against yourself than to compete against someone else to dominate. Some of these, I think, are very critical and important. That there is abundance for everybody. So as we are entering into the final week of our 40 days, one of the things that will be good to talk about and understand is what will be the barriers of our spiritual progress. Barriers, some masters call it enemies. I like the word barrier, which are hindrances that may come in our way when we go along the progress or the path of meditation, which happens for any path, any knowledge-seeking path. So first it was, or at least maybe many would have documented it. First I had read from Carlos Castaneda, who is a shaman master. There are four barriers, which all typically go through in a journey. First is fear. So the barriers for stopping us from growing, stopping us from learning. When we recognize that there is infinite knowledge, there is unlimited knowledge, that recognize that I know little, that I can learn any amount from anywhere. I can learn any amount from everybody because I know a little and there's a vast amount of knowledge. And then since spiritual progression is telling us that as we are developing intuition, so during the period and as it's all about helping others, while we may be on the positive side, but then we also get stuck in moving beyond. So number one is fear. Number two is half knowledge. Number three is gaining powers or siddhis. Number four is spiritual old age. Fear, of course, does not let us go forward at all. We know that. If I have painful meditation, if I'm getting a deep pain in meditation, if I'm having this scary mystical experience, then generally we pull back and we don't want to go forward. There is a beautiful book on life beyond life, but then open it and then it starts with some spirit. We don't want to go forward. Because we have been potentially conditioned that that world is different. So there are all kinds of fears. A fear that if someone is saying, you are the God, you are the divine, you have the infinite power, what is that? My religious belief system says that somebody else is. So what are you saying? Anything that touches, anything that disturbs our personality translates into fear, where we suddenly fear that, okay, I might lose it. Many do not want to get to meditation because they feel meditation means you're renouncing life. Oh, I have to give up this. I have to give up that. There's a myth. There's a big myth in meditation, right? I have to give up a lot of things. I have to give up my physical comfort. I have to give up, this luxury that I'm living in, because meditation is about renouncing. So just that unknowing that the belief systems they're all beliefs, there are false beliefs and myths. So that holds us. You have this internal fear, then holds us back. Of course, we crossed over to come to meditation, but as we go along meditation, there are still various things that we have to cross. Ultimately, all decisions are fear-based or love-based. So we look at anything that's happening. Fear, survival. So we look at those, and then we got to go forward. We got to jump beyond. So what do we do? Anything that you're fearful of. You are in an ashram, you're spending night time. So you're spending there 3 days. You've got this beautiful opportunity to walk in the night in the ashram. Fearful, fear of darkness. You don't want to go out. But it's the most beautiful place. We don't want to go out. So what do? We jump in to do that thing that we are fearful about once with a lot of positivity. We got to jump in. We got to do it once. With a lot of positivity, muster courage, all the courage. Fear, you want to teach. Fear is there. That how do I teach? You want to give this meditation class to your company in that town hall where everybody's coming together, but fearful that I've not done it. Jump in and do it once. If we jump in with a lot of courage, and so there is always, consciousness is always paying attention. So it is paying attention, it's coming forward and then helping us, and then come out to be in our best colors. So first one, we have to cross over these fears. Meditation is making us becoming aware, mindful, but we still have to make that step. We got to make the step to break those fears that are there, to jump in. If intuitionally it is telling you strongly to go travel and spend those 2 hours in this workshop, we got to take that action. Our environment is always there to hold us back. Our body is always there to pull us back into the old states, but we got to take that action, because meditation is telling you that intuitionally is there. It's coming, it's becoming, the signs are coming, but we have to take those steps. Then otherwise we'll be going back into old self. We're falling out of the old self. We got to go beyond the new self. We got to push that barrier of the comfort zone. So fear is there because we're just living in that comfort zone. We got to get out of the comfort zone. Next, we go into half knowledge. Half knowledge is that we know as we meditate, as we learn, as we read, there's a lot of knowledge coming, and then some experience are coming. So it is experiential. Yes, it's true. So we are getting these messages inside. So we stop listening to anybody else. We say we feel we are right. I'm right. It will happen. We brush aside family members. We brush aside the colleagues anymore. Because we feel that with meditation, with all that we learned, then we are right. Suddenly we feel we're right. And it's called half knowledge, where the idea, as we learned in meditation, is that we have to become zero at each time. If somebody is already experiencing something like this, think about this. It may not happen in the first 40 days, but second 40 days. What I mean is, as we go beyond into the few weeks to months, it'll start happening this, that we feel we are right, and then there is a danger of setting aside others, what they may say. So there's danger of not listening. We start filtering again. We always have to become, and the way to overcome this barrier is to become zero all the time. We practice this being zero all the time with anyone that we meet. We practice becoming zero, zero, zero. As if we're meeting that person first time. All the prejudice we have to drop. So how do we do? So as we're meeting the first time, so think of that as if you're going to the place first time. So the becoming zero is an important way to cross over this half knowledge state. And we move along, where we are constantly always ready to receive, the great student of meditation, and move along. Then we start gaining these powers. Our powers, our world becomes Sasana, as they say, no, words become sasana. So whatever that you say starts becoming, it starts happening. You predict, things happen. You touch, maybe healing. You say, because words gain more thought power. Of course, the words gain power. Word power is there, thought power is there. What you think may happen. Many have told me these days, whatever I'm thinking, it's like already showing up. What may think may happen. Or we've developed that great skill about energy. We receive a lot of energy. So energy healing. Or if you're mastering a technique called past lives, there is a technique. There's when you start channeling, so when we're auto writing. But we have certain level of power, or just normal. You got such a good control on the knowledge, and then the compose, and you're talking about good stuff. So suddenly, whatever becomes like the whole world for us. It's called when the moment we are in this power. So we may be doing good things. We may be helping others selflessly. We may be doing good things, but then we get stuck in that mode. Put our blinders on and say, what I know, this is my world. And then we set ourselves into that world, and then we don't explore ourselves outside of it. So many people it takes a lifetime. Sometimes we get stuck for a long time in this, long time, years and years and years. And then finally we realize there's much more to learn. Then we cross over this siddhi power stage. It doesn't have to be actual siddhi to heal. I'm saying it can be word power, right? Anything. Then finally, this spiritual old age is saying that you are enthusiastic today to go and attend any workshop, for example, because we've been told that yes, our meditation practice gets strengthened when we attend these programs. But over a period of time, okay, your daughter asks, then you say, okay, that program you attend, it's okay. I've done many of them. There is some important, beautiful workshop coming up. Okay, it's teaching on manifestation. I've done so many of them. It's okay, you attended. So I've been there, done that. Anyone using these words, yeah, 30 years ago, life used to be like this, and I've done so much. You talk about a good idea in office. 40 years ago, I've been doing it always, and then so I think you guys are doing. If anyone is using these words, dear friends, if we are using these words, that means the denial of wanting to learn now. Always equating to something that we've done in the past and feel it's all the same, and then say we have missed an opportunity to learn. Yes, this manifestation science is evolving. The truth ultimately may be the same, but everything is always evolved in a different way. You know that in the way it's presented. Why not? Why not we learn and be current with the current technique, which is very useful to the current environment, current culture. So the spiritual old age is where you're enthusiastic to do a lot of work right now. So you go and organize an event, you organize a meditation class, you participate in this program. After 10 years, I've been there, done that. Okay, so anybody is asking and say, hey, can you come and help? Yeah, I've done a lot of them, so you guys do it. So we learn from great masters. If I look at Patriji, 40 years later, it's still the same. With the same level of enthusiasm. One person, 1,000 people, small event, a big event, at the same level of enthusiasm. We continue because we remain the student. If he's meeting even that new person coming in, he's still listening with the same level of attention about the person's experience. Same level of attention that we continue to give, whether it is someone 1 or 1,000, doesn't matter. I will listen to a lot of people. Okay, you're a doctor. Okay, I've seen so many doctors, it doesn't matter. What are you going to tell me? Same thing, right? But that's so the spiritual old age is a very important barrier to cross. Those who are in the practice of progression is going to, we will all at some point, I mean, if you are thinking about this, so think about this actively again. And these are the barriers for progress, something that for us to actually check into. Actually, we keep checking in ourselves and then overcome it, right? We These four barriers generally are applied to anything, any skill, any learning. So when we are looking at Karthikeyan sir, RSB sir, R. Ramani sir, there's no old age. There's no old age. You continue to learn, continue to do, continue to receive. Is continuous. So the important one. All barriers we get into the traps. Important to look at it. And then 3 is very tough. When we gain power, siddhis, we are doing good stuff. It's tough to get out of it. You gotta recognize it, right? And 4 seeps in slowly. So shall we go into this meditation once again, dear friends? Today is a Sunday, business leader day. As we finish meditation, we learn from the more leaders who have taken meditation and then transforming themselves. We have someone from the United States, from Atlanta, that we'll learn today. Ashok Maineni. So relax yourself. We're going into breath mindfulness meditation. For those of you who are new, our goal is to empty our mind. When we observe our normal natural breath, when we observe the breath, take any point on the nose and observe the breath, just the natural breath, we slowly empty our mind. We call it Anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. This is Anapanasati, the meditation technique that Gautama Buddha taught. And Patriji has been teaching to millions now. And simple, close your eyes, remove the specs, fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Cross your feet at angle. 3 things. Cross your feet, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, close your eyes, and then observe in breath and out breath. Before going into meditation, we are doing heart elevation process where we keep our hands in the chest area and then fill up our heart with love and gratitude or any of those heightened emotions. And today, we also wanted to mix in that purpose that we want to, whatever that we're looking to align to, that dream of ours, we mix in to visualize some of it after our meditation at the end of our Anapanasati, and visualize and dream, and then align into some more with those heightened feelings and emotion. So we'll do this meditation or manifestation that we mix into it. So relax yourself. Have your eyes closed. As we are relaxing in, listening to leaders who are practicing meditation. So may request Veena to invite.
Myself, Veena Arvind, and I am from Bangalore. Today I will be introducing Mr. Ashok Maineni. Mr. Ashok Maineni, a senior director until recently from world's second largest corrugated manufacturing conglomerate, Westrock, USA, handling all payroll applications and systems for its 5,000 employees worldwide, is a seasoned IT leader and social worker. With a master's degree from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, Ashok shifted to the USA in 1997 from India as a technical developer and grew up the ranks into several technology or management roles. Providing voluntary service through his NGO Vahti, We Are Here to Help You, is a big part of his life for the benefit of poorer sections in remote villages of India. He started meditation journey in January 2020 and has seen vast transformation in his personal and professional life. Ashok hails from Vijayawada, India, and is currently living in Atlanta, Georgia, with his wife and 2 sons and daughter-in-law. Sir, welcome you.
Thank you, Veena. That's 50,000 employees.
Okay.
2 minutes about yourself before we invite Ashok.
Myself.
Your meditation journey.
Yeah, sure. Myself, Veena Arvind from Bangalore. My meditation journey started by the end of July. The reason for me joining my meditation session is my husband Arvind, whose meditation journey started in the beginning of July. And it's really awesome every day with meditation session because every day is so blissful. I see small changes in me from the last 2 weeks, which is bringing a greater transformation. Reading books is giving me a lot of joy. Currently, I'm reading The Soul's Journey, which is giving me a lot of inputs to find myself, find the inner me, actually. So this is all about me.
Thank you. Thank you, Veena. That's great. Ashokji, yes.
Pranamam to everyone from the Buddha CEO meditators and the eminent people. Namaskaram. And this is Ashok Maineni, as introduced already. So I just wanted to give a little bit of myself when I was in the childhood. So I have these qualities like short temper, a lot of anger, and I'm very active. And I used to have this social service in my blood from my born, maybe because in 1977 when cyclone happened and I was at 10 years old, and in my village, actually, we went and collected rice and clothes and blankets. And I went in a lorry to Divisima, and we distributed. And still I can visualize all of those memories of dead bodies hanging from the trees and all of that stuff. So I have that in my mind. Okay, from long time. And coming to the other life, and I went through studies and all of that stuff. It went very well. Childhood, everybody knows that we enjoyed and everything, and came into married life. And I went through my business in India, and I don't have financial discipline. And that led me, my wife is a PhD in economics, and she started PhD in economics from Central University. And she was never been encouraged to either me or her, because her uncles are in US, and she never admitted me to go to the US. So after married, 92 I got married, and by 97 in 96, actually I have a very good business in Hyderabad, and because of not having any financial discipline, I have to think what needs to be done. So my wife admitted that, yep, let's go to US. Then I winded up and I learned software. I came in 97 as a type of technical developer in the ERP space, which is called PeopleSoft for the HCM old. And then I have, by the time actually I have my elder son, and after I came here, I have my younger son, both sons. And while going through my journey with my family, okay, they are very afraid of talking to me. They don't even come, and I did not really enjoy my life with my kids when they are small, okay, because I was raised in that very strict manner from my parents, that especially from my father, and maybe that has been there in my mind, and this is how actually you have to raise your kids, and that's what I went through. So I never realized because of how they are suffering, and my wife is keep telling me every single day. And a lot of times, whenever she has that time moment, whenever she can able to communicate with me, because in the good moods, she has communicated so much, but I never listened to her. But all of a sudden in 2009, because of some incident happened with my elder son, I realized, what is that I am doing? My good strength is analyzing myself for my problems, for my issues, when there is a serious intake on me that I need to look into this. That's when actually I started looking into what I am doing. What is this quality of anger is taking me to? I'm not close to my kids, and I'm close to my wife, but still she is feeling like, yeah, she could not able to open herself completely and communicate with me. So it took me like 7 years for me to work with my anger, to reduce my anger levels. And by the time actually there is a lot of damage happened, but because of I'm blessed with the 2 beautiful kids, and they have never taken into any side, and they did wonder, and they are they are in a very good shape. And I'm, because I lost all of that. So after 2016, and I started realizing, so I need to do something. I need to be, and on the professional side, I'm completely different. So I don't call it as a split personality or what. Between the family and between the professional, it's completely two different areas. Because in professional, I'm very successful, I'm very joyful, and they can work with me, and they can come and work with me at any time, open door policy and all of that stuff. So that went through. And in 2014, there is another incident happened, which within the fitness center, I went into some muscle tear, and which led into rhabdomyolysis, and my functionality of the kids has fallen down to 30%. And if we are going to get it to 20%, then I lost my kidneys, but I survived. And with the help of my colleagues and family and all of that stuff. So I started realizing that there are so much of help, joy from all of the other people, why I am not able to give that thing to my family. So I started realizing, and slowly I have transformed little bit. And then in 2019, so my wife, we moved to Atlanta, and we have, I stopped going into social gatherings and a lot of things, because those things has to be avoided for certain things for me to inculcate for me. So I started doing that. So in 2019, when my wife went to one of her friends' puja event, and before that, actually, she heard a lot of these meditation stories from Chandrakala Garu, and she actually told about Sheetal Madam and a lot of other people. So she actually went to that event, and they sat in the puja, and after the puja has been done, Sheetal has taken a session for meditation just for 5 to 10 minutes, I think. That's all. I did not remember exactly what is the time. It's 5 to 10 minutes. And she is inspired so much. And she came back and she told me that, Ashok, we have to do meditation. So that time, I thought this is very useful for my wife, because from the last 4 years, she is also undergoing through a lot of issues on her health side. And she is a little bit of having the anxiety. So I thought that is going to help her. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm thinking about her, because if I start doing with her, then she can practice and she can actually improve her health. So one day we decided both, and we called the group, and Srikant sir and Anila madam, Sirisha madam, and Sheetal madam, and these are all our group. And I and my wife started meditating in January of 2020. So within 2 weeks, I decided myself not to eat meat. So I grew up with that from the beginning, and all 52 years I ate meat, and I gave up. And I gave up, but it is not with complete intuition, with complete dedication, no. So I just gave up. So within 1.5 months, I got an opportunity to actually create an PSSM a meditation center at my home, because one of the person on Thursday doing it at their home has something happened and he could not able to continue. So I offered my home and services at my house. And even though I am like in 4 weeks or 6 weeks young child in the meditation side, so Srikant sir and everybody accepted, and they spoke to Khatriji, I don't know. And they gave me a lot of push, and we started the meditation center within 4 or 5 weeks. And we are doing every single day. We have these meditation classes in different homes, and we are attending these group sessions. And from the day one, I am so blessed to start meditation with the group, and I am feeling all those energies and all of that stuff. So things are going through, and I can see myself in the first 1.5 to 2 months, how much I have been transformed from my old state to my new state. Okay, so within the office also, so as a director, when I give some command to somebody like my manager or my team members, so I didn't need to pay little details of attention in my email, what has been required for the other person to do the job and to get me the answer. So, but once I started doing meditation, I can pay attention to the details, And I can provide even a small thing that has been required for the other person to understand and provide me the answer. And I do the same thing with my boss, okay? Giving me the work, but you are not giving me the details. When I am providing you the answers, you are pinpointing this is not right, that is not correct, and all that stuff, which is, first of all, it is a waste of my time. And then there is so much of miscommunication between you and me. So that is happening between me and my manager. But my team is very happy that they are seeing that the transformation in me, and also there are two things happened. In the meetings, I can observe myself that I am paying a lot of attention to the details in the communication. Listening skills has been improved. And my conscious decision making has been improved tremendously. Earlier, I used to jump and take some quick decisions and do this, do that, and all that stuff. Then that is stopped. And I can see that I used to let all these feelings know to Srikanth sir and Anila madam and Sheetal madam and all of that, and people used to come to my office and, what is happening to you, Ashok sir? I don't understand. So I clearly explained to them, I am going through this meditation classes and I don't know what is happening to me, but I started connecting my things, whatever the concepts that they are teaching at every day. So that is what I'm applying to my day-to-day life, whether it is at the office or whether it is at the family, okay, with my wife, with my kids. But still, I need to do a lot of work with my kids and my family to patch up whatever I lost from the last 27 years of my married life, okay? That's still there. So I'm going to work on that one as well. So that is in my agenda too. So this is the major transformation that I have observed while I am working with the team members within the meetings, or if I am in a huge gathering. So if I wanted to deliver something to the senior management, I don't have any fear, and I wanted to be very clear. Because when we are communicating to the senior management, so you have to have all of the details and the knowledge, what you are talking and what you are presenting to the other team. So I started working on that. Before, I used to go there and talk, and they used to pinpoint saying that, hey, this is not, maybe you just need to go and get some more information. So I am now preparing myself to make sure that I have all of the information that is been required for me to present to the senior people. So this is the transformation happened. And while going through that, and in the end of March, so everybody knows about the COVID situation. So I'm a big sports person. So I play ping pong and I play shuttle badminton on a regular basis. So I play in my community with one of my friend, and their parents came from India, but I really don't want, I'm sorry, I don't want it to pinpoint on them, but they traveled through Paris and London, and they came home, and I interacted with them. So within a week, my friend's mother got into the situation of the COVID, and she was being admitted in the hospital, and she was on a ventilator. And within 2 weeks after she got admitted, within that 2 weeks, my wife went through COVID. My elder son went through COVID. My daughter-in-law went through COVID. My other son went through COVID, but they recovered within 3 to 4 days. Okay, so then finally I got into the symptoms of the COVID, and by end of March and first week of April, I was completely down. And within 1 week, I lost 24 pounds of my weight, and completely, I cannot even walk. I have like 19 stairs to go to my upstairs. And it took me literally to come from the upstairs to the downstairs, 22 minutes. I have to sit and drag my things every step and to go to the hospital. And they put me in ER, emergency. So when I am actually taken into the emergency room, I was so afraid in the beginning. And then I realized, okay, in that 2 hours after or 3 hours after, I realized that, yeah, if I start having the fear about myself, then how come my wife, she's a housewife? Because we chosen when she came into US, we both has taken a decision that she is going to be a housewife forever. I am the only person going to work, and she has to take care of me and my kids. That's the decision what we have taken, and she honored that one still today. And she never asked me that she wants to go to work. She is much better than me, and she is much on every side, she's much brighter than me. So anyway, and then that moment, okay, when I was in the ER, when I'm thinking, this is all happening and all that stuff just because of meditation, okay? So I can think consciously, okay? I can see that what is going to happen to me? So nothing. So let me calm down myself, because I don't want it to have any negative thoughts. Let me put positive thoughts. Let me meditate myself. Let me just, even with these 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever the time that I can be on meditation. So I'm doing that. At the same time, my wife, that time, she was so afraid of me that because there is a lot of horror stories that we heard that people are not able to come outside of the ICU or the ventilator rooms. And there are so many people who left their bodies. Yes. So my wife worried a lot, and she used to do meditation for 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours. And I never felt like that, because she is going to do that. She can take that much of meditation to calm her mind and to keep her focus on everything what she wants to do. And both the sons and daughter-in-law has given a lot of support and help, and we came out. Okay, it took me 3 months. So I have never meditated in the month of April, May, and June. And I attended first session with Chandra sir, and I registered for the second one. I could not able to do it, and my wife did it. So, and after going through that, and I started going through picking up on myself, and I started practicing, going back to my shuttle badminton and all of that stuff. And last Sunday, when I'm playing shuttle badminton, and the shuttle bird came and hit on my left eye, and that's the reason why I cannot open my eyes, because I cannot see the light. Okay, I'm going to close the light after I finish. I cannot open. So came and hit very, very strongly on my left eye, and then that moment, I thought that I lost my vision. That particular second. Immediately, and I don't know what happened, because I'm going through the inner journey from the last 37 days program with the PSSM USA and with all the other Indian masters. And within a flap, I started inviting my masters, help me control my pain. It was so much of a pain. And within 4 or 5 minutes, I will keep doing that. And there are 40 or 50 people playing in other courts, and they all came in and they are saying that, yeah, bring the ice and bring water and give him water and put the ice and all of that stuff. I am not even hearing anything. I just be in my mind. I'm just inviting the masters and help me to reduce the pain. And within 4 or 5 minutes, it got a little bit control, and I can able to feel the pain. And within an hour, I went to the ER, and I thought, just in my mind, nothing is going to happen, Ashok. So you are going to be all right. Your vision is going to be all right. But 4.5 hours, it happened at 11:30 or 11:40 in the morning, and 4.5 hours, I could not able to see anything. I cannot see, even if I can open my eyes, I cannot feel anybody. I cannot see anything through the left eye. And after 4.5 hours, I started slowly seeing the images, and I could able to recognize the face and all of that stuff. So, and there is so much of confidence built in me that I can achieve this, or I'm going to get this. So this is all happened through meditation. And there are few things that I also wrote. From the last 16 years, I actually grew vegetables back in my backyard.
About 2-3 minutes, Ashok Garu, this we can wrap up. Yes.
Yeah, and I never paid any gratitude to anyone, or to the plants, or to the ones which has been given. So, but now I can, every single day, I can pay gratitude to myself and to others and to the plants and to everything, and also gratefulness And there are a lot of concepts that I listen from all the masters that I practice in every day of my life. And that is the best thing which is happening. And my heartfelt gratitude to Buddha CEO Foundation for giving me an opportunity to practice the meditation with all the other meditators, and to listen to the masters and the people's experiences, and also the eminent people who has a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom that they are sharing every single day, and that is very helpful. And I'm glad that I have this tool, and I decided that I'm going to have this tool until I die. I wanted to practice the meditation every single day, and I wanted to learn new things until I die. So that is my manifestation that I have done. And I'm going to practice that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And any work that you're doing, you're teaching, or wanting to take this to the rural areas where you, with your foundation?
Absolutely, Chandra sir. So whenever I go to India, every year or every other year, so I do veterinary camp and I do eye camp, and I actually go and service with the Jilla Parishad high schools, and that's where actually we provide a lot of things what they need. And after I came into meditation, I felt that if we have a small program that can be constructed, or whatever has been required for the people to go through, and I would like to provide that one to the schools around in my villages, because I have adopted 2 villages, and that's where I really wanted to provide that service.
Wonderful. We'll most certainly do. Thank you so much, Ashok ji. Meditation definitely, as we all have been seeing, transformation at work, transformation in personal lives, particularly really like your confidence level to not get operated, and invite the power of meditation, that intelligence, the confidence to say you want to go through it and then still be all right. And I think that's how.
Only one thing which I wanted to let people also know. Until last year, I was into this caste and all of that stuff, very big time. Okay, so and after I came into meditation, and I left all of that stuff, and because I'm hearing every single day where meditation is taking to oneness, and we are also hearing every single day that people are talking about Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, then I realized that what I did for the last few years, and that is literally a big mistake and a blunder what I have done from my side, and I'm going to take the punishment for that one. But now the same friends that I used to work with on the community and all of that stuff, now I avoid talking to them on that particular friend, but I have never avoided them as friends and all of that stuff. But I told them very politely that I cannot participate going forward in any of these particular activities, and I gave up. And I wanted to give it up. And that is, if I have achieved that one, because that is there in my blood from a long time, and if I have achieved that one, I can achieve anything through this meditation.
Totally agree with you. Thank you, sir. It's caste for some, it's religion for some, it's vegetarian, non-vegetarian for some. Ultimately, we will keep expanding our consciousness and then absolutely become one with everyone. Thank you so much for the candid sharing. No doubt, very few people would come and then say this or that. So thank you very much on this Sunday to learn from you. And certainly take some of the, one can very quickly progress. I think if there is something that we can see from you, from January to now, dropping the idea of caste, completely getting over this anger so easily, total transformation at workplace, and of course, love for nature and all of that. And then most importantly, self-healing. I think that's one thing that I heard through you. The self-healing, I think, is something that is phenomenally implementing by yourself. So thank you.
And one more thing which I forget is I used to take the BP tablet, and I stopped doing that one. And this Tuesday, actually, I went for the medical checkup, and I was so afraid that my BP is going to go up. And surprisingly, amazingly, it was 121/71. I'm not taking a pill from the last 3 months. and I'm working on my thyroid now. So I have a lot of confidence on me that I'm going to even not going to touch the pill maybe in the next 2 to 3 months. So I have the blood work done, and I'm waiting on Monday to receive the blood work to see that whether the thyroid has gone down or not.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you. Madhavan, sir, any of your comments?
I think you made a very important point in your thing about fear. The only thing to fear is fear itself, as they say. So I think, we all must move away from fear and also feel that we are all connected. And these kind of talks where we are able to do this shared learning would really help us to not only be much better ourselves, but give that to others. So I think we really thank you, Chandra. You sort of not only taught us very deep meditation, people like us who've been doing this for 15, 20, 30 years, we are still learning every day. And you also give us so much of information. So there is information, there is a lot of meditation, and most important is the satsang and the shared learning. So it's an excellent package, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madhavan, sir. Thanks for those observations. Yes, this is as meditation and wisdom. 50% meditation, 50% wisdom, as you learned from Swami Rama. This is great, sir. Koteshwara Garu, I think you have something to say. Let's take a quick message from you.
Thank you very much, Chandraji, and all the participants. I will not take more time. I am doing the meditation from last 20 years. Middle there was a gap due to some health problems. And in different meditation groups I participated. I already told yesterday. And now after joining this Buddha CEO quantum meditation, I have learned so many things. All the time I was thinking my life is over. I am 79, what is there? Only doing some social service in the colony. That too from last 7 years I stopped it and only doing from my house. And now I got energy. Even why not I do the service even now? There is no end for the service. Till the death we can do the service if we got the will. I got that confidence through you, sir. Thank you very much for all you and all masters and all co-participants. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Wonderful, sir. That's great. Great to hear that message from you. So beautifully said. Thank you so much. Very precise. Thank you, sir. Yes, Karthikeyan, sir. Thank you.
Every day, we get inspiring experiences. Today, Ashok Ji, what a total transformation he has gone through. What all difficulties he has gone through in life. How he got over the fear, anger, and also he's paying tribute to his own wife. Now how she has he's been blessed with a wife like her. And then the power of meditation is getting established, reinforced every day by the sharing. Total transformation. How he recovered from the COVID, his eye problem, with all that, he's been able to come and inspire. All of us are, of course, already converted. There is no need for conversion, but reinforces our faith in the transformation, the power of meditation. And I must also compliment Buddha CEO Arvind and also Veena, the great artist. He draws the portrait of every one of us there, in such a short time. Amazing. In the whole family of Buddha CEO, PSFN, I'm getting more and more convinced. What do you say, Dr. Arnamma?
Namaskar, everyone. Yes, what a beautiful Sangha you have created, Chandraji. Really, congratulations to every single member of Buddha CEO. Even today, Ashokji sharing was so honest, so candid, just all the benefits of meditation which are shared. It's not like we need to be convinced, but it reinforces our belief every time someone so honestly, so beautifully shares their personal experience, how emotionally, professionally, in their family, especially many men have high IQ, but no EQ. They don't know how to deal with, with the sons, and there are many wives who are stuck between the sons and the fathers. So meditation has brought so much compassion and gratitude. And, I regret like Karthikeyan uncle said, I will miss each and the whole Sangha of everybody together, in the morning. It's something I really, really look forward. The other day I lost my diamond earring, which I wear on top. And I'm not joking. People will go looking for it. I said, no, this is my diamond. This is my treasure. So, this is the greatest treasure you have given us, Chandraji and, Buddha CEO. So really, words are not adequate to express my immense gratitude. May you be blessed to continue this work in all languages across the whole world. This is my prayer, because the world needs it right now. For the pandemic, this is the vaccine.
Dr. Arunaji, we'll do it together.
Definitely. Right. I would like to teach as well. So I would,
absolutely,
100%. I'm with you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, friends. So we'll meet tomorrow again. So this week, we'll learn more around service as a way to quadruple, multiply, exponentially increase our happiness. Meditation is totally demystified. It is so simple to learn. So during the week, we learn also, if you want to be a teacher, and we all must become teachers, even just to our parents and to our grandparents, relatives, so easy. And so we will learn how to teach and a few things that are required to take care. And then also overall is the service week next week, and then is the best week that I look forward to.